Hey guys, this is gonna be a bit of a different tips video. So do you all remember when I used to do unscripted tips videos? You probably don't, honestly. But we're doing another one. This is going to be on Nicktendo, the SML animator one. Now, you guys might remember how a few months ago I made a rant video on him, and a few months before that I made the original tips video for him. So why am I making a third? Well, he hasn't improved. Like, at all. I mean, okay, actually no, that's not fair. He's improved a tiny bit over, what, 5 months since I made that video? And that's the deal. Like, I don't expect him to improve overnight. I really don't. The problem is the fact that you can just tell he isn't even trying. Like, I'm sorry, I really am, but like, he just isn't trying, and I've been trying to help him. I really have. I've been trying to give him all the help he needs. Back when I made the second video, I purposefully unlisted it because he was talking about how he wanted my help. There's even a video of him basically apologizing, saying he'll work to improve his videos. And, I mean, to be fair, the first, 2 videos he uploaded afterwards were improvements. Slight improvements, but improvements nonetheless. And I'm like, okay, that's good, you're improving. And so then everyone's like, okay, that's great, he's improving, he'll be improved before long. And then, after that, he just keeps making the same junk. And it's annoying. Seriously, I'm not expecting him to be a pro animator in a few months. And if you think that's what I'm talking about, then you are sorely mistaken. However, I expect him to at least put forward a little bit of effort. His whole deal has always been, and judging by the way things are going, always will be, I can get stuff done in a short amount of time, even if it looks like trash. And I mentioned this last time I talked about Nicktendo. So, the previous Nicktendo video. But I told him, even if you can't, put in the effort to actually make animation, at the very least, improve, the character designs and such. Just improve some basic things for starters. Don't just keep it the way you're doing. Improve the character designs, improve the backgrounds, frankly, improve a lot of things, but if you have to start with 2 things, do those 2 things. At least make it tolerable to look at. And I'm sorry, I know a lot of people call, some of these storytime animators or whatever actual animators. Some of them are, to be fair. A lot of them aren't, if I'm going to be totally honest. They're storytime channels, yes, and they have, character stills, but they're not animators. And that's my big deal. But with Nicktendo, it's not even animation. Not even resembling it. And, I don't know. What he needs to do is, if he refuses to improve the animation aspect, improve the character designs, improve the background designs, and stop calling it animation. If he could do that, I'd be pretty happy. I'd be okay with the whole character stills thing. I'd personally be fine with that, as long as he didn't continue calling it animation. But the fact that he's trying to pass off his videos as really high quality animation. No, it isn't. I'm sorry, but it's an insult to animation. Now, let me tell you a little something about me. I'm trying to learn how to draw. Okay? Trying to learn how to draw digitally. I'm not good at it. What I don't do is I don't go posting my stuff on Twitter or YouTube or wherever, and saying, guys, look at my art. It's amazing and can't improve in any possible way. Part of the reason I don't post art is because I know it's bad. And I want to improve before I even think about posting any of it. Nicktendo is the complete opposite. He doesn't care how bad his stuff looks because it gets views. And I'm starting to really get some Logan vibes from him, like, no joke. I'm starting to get the whole, okay, he improves for a little while, everyone thinks things are fine now, so they basically get off his back. And then suddenly, the moment people aren't bothering him about it, suddenly he levels off again. He just stops trying and stops caring. Nicktendo, honest to God, does not care about his animation quality. And it's a shame, really. But, like it or not, it's one thing to not care about how your videos look. It's another thing to not care how your videos look, but then have the nerve to compare it to some of the great animations and all that stuff. I'm sorry, but by calling it animated, you're kind of asking for that, and it's not even really animated. It just isn't. There's no real movement. There's no real movement besides the characters' mouths and occasionally their arm. I'm trying not to pull my hair out right now because this is really annoying. Like, again, I'm not an animator. I hope to be at some point, but I'm not an animator. But even I can tell when this is an insult. It's just an insult to not even just animation, but to art. He can't pass this stuff off as animation or art. I don't care how quickly you get it done. If you get it done in an hour, great. Good for you. But guess what? If you're getting it done in an hour, animation done in an hour, that kind of raises a question as to how quality it is. I mean, if it's like a 5-second animation or even 10 or 15 seconds, yeah, okay, maybe. But once you're releasing couple-minute videos, and you're doing it in such a short time frame, and of course the hour thing is an exaggeration, it's like 2 days he likes to claim, it's like, that's still not good. You're not producing good stuff. Just draw some good characters and make a puppet rig or something. Dear God. Yeah, this is gonna be a very shouty tips video. I'm sorry. It's not really a tips video at this point. It's more of a rant video at this point. Because this is so annoying. I can't stand all the people who are like, well, this is an SML animation. No, it isn't. It's not animated. It's not art. Like, I know a lot of people like to say, well, art is subjective and blah, blah, blah. But there's a line to that. When I can emulate your animation style when I'm like 12, that's not good. It really, really isn't. Like, no art experience at all. I can emulate your style when I'm 12 and somehow actually do it even better. I did like the quote-unquote animations I made when I was a lot younger, and that's why I want to animate eventually. But for right now, I'm not, because I want to actually make sure I'm decent before I even begin anything. But Nicktendo, he doesn't care. I don't know why he doesn't care, but he doesn't. And it's an insult. And again, I brought this up in the previous video on Nicktendo. Say what you want about some of the other stuff, like I mentioned Rev's quote-unquote animations, which weren't really animations. It was basically the equivalent of using the tweening tool for moving from one point to the other, and that's it. But say what you want about those. At least those had some pretty good art, okay? Pretty good, like, designs, character designs. It doesn't look like you use the basic PowerPoint shapes. At the very least, that had good backgrounds. The characters looked decent. There was even some good lighting and shading. Whereas this, he doesn't care. So, Nicktendo, please improve. I don't want to see you quit. I really don't. I want to see you improve. But you can't continue doing this. You can't continue calling what you make animation. Because at its current state, it really isn't animation. It's just not good. I'm sorry, but it isn't. Alright. Once I think of something, I think that's all I've got to say. Nicktendo, improve your craft, because you're not making quality content. The reason I make these tips videos is so that people can improve. But when I make a tips video, I expect people to at least make some sort of conscious effort to improve. Occasionally I'll go back and check up on people I've made tips videos on. And I don't know, I just check in to see, hey, how are they doing? How have they taken my advice? You haven't taken my advice at all. You just haven't. The things I'm saying now are pretty much the same things that I was saying months ago. Improve what you're doing. If you need to stop and, learn, like, actual drawing skills, by all means, do that. Stop and learn some art skills. Are you going to be amazing overnight? No, you aren't. Because guess what? If you were amazing overnight, drawing would be a lot easier for me. But you can't. You've got to at least try to improve. If you really want to continue this, you've got to try to improve. This same thing applies to Logan, but at least say what you want about Logan. At least his stuff is mildly pleasing to look at. It's not PowerPoint shapes. Or, sorry, he uses Paint.net. Probably the basic tools in Paint.net, or he uses the tracing or something. I'm not sure. But point is, Nicktendo, and this is the last time I'm gonna say this because I've said this about like 20 times now. I swear. Please, I want to see you improve. I like watching. I really like watching artists improve. I like watching that happen. What I don't like is I don't like seeing artists stagnate. You can't just call everyone who gives you some actual criticism. Like, I know you said this. The video's unlisted on a second account. I don't know what I'll do with it. I might unlist both videos because Nicktendo clearly hasn't been keeping his promises or whatever. But in your like addressing the haters or whatever, basically it's like, hey, you can give criticism in the comments. No, we can't. We really can't, because every time someone gives criticism, you don't listen or you call them a hater. So you've seriously got to improve. Alright. You've got to improve. You can't just call everyone with actual criticism a hater. That's not how this stuff works. And let me tell you something. I know this might surprise you. Maybe what you're thinking is this. Maybe you're thinking, oh, well, if I stop for a while to try and improve, then I'm going to lose a bunch of viewers and subscribers. First of all, no, you probably won't, especially since, guess what? While you're improving, you can just basically show the process. Of course, granted, basically, you'll be able to show the process through your videos as you improve if you really want to keep producing content so badly. Granted, you probably can't make these things in 2 days anymore if you start trying to make things actually decent, but you can at least make things decent. Maybe things will take a few days to a week or something instead of a day or two. But you've got to improve. You really do. I've been trying to... I want to help you. I want to see you improve. Okay? Yeah, I think that's about it for now. I just want to see Nicktendo improve. I really do. And here's another thing. One last thing. Final thing, I promise. If you actually, try and improve, and you're actually improving your animations, I know you're sort of in this egotistical bubble, pretty much, and I get it. A lot of this happens with fan bases, like it or not. A lot of people don't explicitly go to your video, don't like it, and then comment saying, wow, this is trash. A lot of them just leave. So, like it or not, a lot of times with YouTubers, and sadly, even I'm not fully immune to this sometimes, a lot of people basically, all their subscribers watch, and they all like it for some reason. In the case of Nicktendo, I don't get it. But yeah, they all like it, and so basically you've just got this feedback loop of, the fans like it, so why are you complaining? Or even just well, look at the like-to-dislike ratio. All my fans like it. Well, yeah, all your fans like it because a lot of people don't want to leave a dislike and leave a negative comment because they can't be bothered. Most of the time. And so it's just this endless feedback loop. But like it or not, I can guarantee you will get more subscribers and more fans if you improve your craft. That's all I've got for now. Now that it's, man, I talk for a long time. It feels like it's been 5 minutes, but according to this, it's nearly 20. So, yeah, I'm done. This was an unscripted video. Normally I don't do unscripted tips videos or whatever, but this was an exception because, frankly, if you want to know my problems with Nicktendo in a scripted format, I've already made 2 videos about that. I'm sorry, but I have. Because, I don't know, it's just, nothing's changed. Nothing's really changed here. So, the same things I said several months ago still apply now. So, anyways, I'm done. Thank y'all for watching, and I will see you all in the next proper tips video. And, yeah, bye. Boo.